On April 10th, South Korea will have a general election where all 300 seats of the National Assembly are up for election. Two things that I think we should look out for in this election. First is this dissatisfaction and polarization in the public. Since the 2020 election of the current president, Yoon Suk-yeol, South Koreans have characterized their politics as choices between the lesser of two or more evils. That just explains how dissatisfied they are with mainstream politicians and the party platforms. Right now, both the majority and opposition parties are polling relatively consistently in the upper 30s or lower 40 percentiles. Some of the smaller parties are polling really quite lower. The second thing to look for in this election is just how much institutional design affects political outcomes. For the 2020 elections, South Korea instituted a new election system for the National Assembly that is supposed to empower smaller minority parties in order to have a larger representation in the otherwise two-party dominant National Assembly. Despite its best intentions, this system was actually exploited by politicians, where parties created satellite parties that were associated informally with the larger dominant parties. This meant that they could form coalitions in the National Assembly and grab a broader piece of the pie than the normal minority parties would otherwise have been able to attain. So all of these have a lot of global implications, not just for the South Koreans themselves, issues like economic inequality, unemployment, social issues, particularly those related to gender, family, and demographic decline. But it also has implications for regional and global relations. So South Korea boasts a very strong alliance with the United States, but historically, party divides have directed the politics and the preferences of Seoul to the United States in managing that alliance. Secondly, the current president, Yoon Suk-yeol, has made a lot of progress improving relations with Japan. But those are a political football that could quickly undo if it becomes much more polarizing and politicized in the general public and in the National Assembly. For those of us who not only look at Korea closely, but also the state of democracy worldwide, this election will be one to watch, particularly since it's so hotly contested and the outcome hasn't been decided yet.